Hi Dimple, how are you?
All good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to Talent Talkies.
Thank
So,
you so much.
how's the lockdown treating you?
So far, it's good. Probably this is giving me the time to introspect and know more things about myself, and also to revisit certain things, in your work as well as in your personal life. So I think I'm taking it positive.
All right, great. So, tell us about your journey and why did you choose this career path?
So basically, I am a third generation lawyer. So I guess law was something that was always an exciting thing for me from the day one. I've seen my grandparents, my parents. So I don't think I could think of anything beyond law as my career option.
So, currently, what is a new law discipline you pursuing?
So currently, I'm looking at this whole new aspect of law, which is data protection and privacy, personal data laws. So basically, that is something which will help us in day to day, since we all know that a lot of things are going online now with this whole COVID thing. Many more things will go online.
Yeah.
So it's very important to understand the how much value your personal data has, how much value your sensitive personal information has.
Tell us about the challenges you faced starting your career, or when you're pursuing new line like data protection and security. What are the challenges you faced when you shifted
So
those niche
see,
areas?
typically lawyers' career, would start from the day you start doing your law. Actually, as an intern, you have your own different set of challenges, and then when you pass out and you are practicing law, you have different set of challenges. But I would just tell one thing that, as I said earlier, also that everything is about learning. So if you learn and if you have that hunger for learning, then you will never feel bored. Otherwise, law is a little dry subject, but you have to update yourself, and you can't say I know it all. The day you say I know it all is you know nothing.
Yeah.
So that has been a challenge for me, that you have to keep yourself being updated all the time. You have to be on the top of your game, or probably you would say whatever you're specializing in. So that's something. It's also a challenge and also an opportunity. So I look challenges more like opportunities, and if you do that, then probably things will be even more better for you.
Okay, so being a woman, obviously till now law has been partially a male-dominated space. So, being a woman, what are the challenges you faced, or do you feel that there is any discrimination just being a woman lawyer?
So to be honest, yes, law is a very male-dominated profession, and you definitely feel a bit of challenge there to make your mark or make your way to it. But I initially had a bit of a challenge to that aspect, and I'm not denying the fact that it's a challenge every day. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of you women are going through this day in day out. But I would say that if you know your subject well, and you have ethical practice, as well as you are headstrong in what you're doing, then I think you can overcome this challenge. But yeah, it's not something very easy to deal with.
All right. So the next question is a very personal question. That Do you like traveling?
I love traveling, actually.
So
I
tell
mean,
us
I feel
about.
bad that I cannot travel now because of COVID, but I definitely is
All right. So
something
tell
that I
us
look forward.
about one of your memorable experiences in your travel.
I There are not just one, there are many, but I'll share this one experience with you. Was when I was in Leh Ladakh, and so that one particular day I took an off. I didn't want to do anything. I was in Nubra at that point, and the hotel that we lived in, the owner came up and told us about this one monastery which is a couple of villages away, and he said, why don't you go and see, and if you're lucky enough you might probably meet the leader over there, the religious leader or guru over there. And to my bad luck, by the time I reached, it was all over, and so they said, come next day in the morning. I said, okay. I was persistent because I really wanted to see what it is and how the monastery works and how the whole chanting takes place. So I reached there again next day morning, 8 a.m. I listened to almost 50 to 80 monks chanting. So that's some experience that I can never forget. And I saw this one gentleman at the balcony, and I just asked him casually, I said, Guruji hai? And I happened to meet him, who is actually a teacher to Dalai Lama. I was shocked. To me, this has been a most amazing experience.
The next question is, we are going to go into again your personal space and ask about your style.
So for me, actually, it's work with integrity. That is something which is very important. Be honest to yourselves. Because if you're honest to yourself, then only you'll be able to guide. Because as a lawyer, you will come across a lot many cases, a lot many times. It will be easier for you because you are at that position where you can probably guide your client in a particular manner or advise your client in a particular manner, which might be detrimental to the interest of other people at large. So at that point of time, you have to know and you have to advise in a manner that is beneficial not only to your client, but if it is going to be affecting to people at large or anything of that sort, it's beneficial always.
I think that's very important point, because I think the professional ethics in many industries, and especially with the professionals, is decreasing by the day. And that's the goodwill you take away eventually. All right. Yeah. So the next question is about your future plans.
So future is always about expanding in different arenas, in different cities. Currently, that we are looking up is the data protection laws that we are expanding. We are already having a small team already working on it, and day in day out looking at the international laws which are already in place, like the GDPR or the ADPR. So comparing to that and how we can help the clients and how we can evolve ourselves. So that is something that we are looking at. And again, as I said before, law is a field that you always have to learn. So we're always open for that and expansion.
Okay, so do you have any specific advice for girls, young girls, especially, and young women who are entering the field of data protection and security?
So I would just tell one thing to all of y'all. First is I see a lot of young women or even young students as such who like to practice in one firm for 1 month. That's one internship course that they do. I understand that certain universities have that curriculum and have that problem that you have to do only 1 month. That is one part. But if you have the chance to work longer, then first thing is please work longer in one particular law firm so that you understand a particular case that you've been handling. 1 month is a too short a period. Secondly, in the field of data protection, if you're interested, then I would say that not just because nowadays we came in at much later time. For us, it's about learning from the basics. But if you are really interested, then probably you should start pursuing your basics on what is the data science and how you accumulate content and what kind of content will be used how. So these kind of things, younger ones are more smarter to adapt. In fact, I think it's just there in their gene, I guess. So so start cultivating that aspect of yours, and then you can start looking at the law aspect, because data, of course, as a word is a very big word now. It's no more just a four-letter word.
Thank you for being here, and I'm sure that the awareness about the legal issues faced by individuals in data protection and security would be something which is going to be a big thing in near future. So we
Yes, of
may
course.
create some mentoring sessions where we would like to invite you as a mentor. And thank you so much for being here.
It would be definitely a pleasure to help you all. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you.